All right, thanks, guys. Timothy Artiev takes on Alexander Volkov, 8 a.m. Eastern start time in this Russian Liga Pro table tennis matchup. Artiev is the heavy $2.05 favorite. Volkov's plus $1.45. Volkov is 2-0 in his last two straight. He's also won 4 out of his last 6 matches, with marquee victories over the likes of Kolesnik and Petrov during that stretch. Meanwhile, on the other side, the heavily favored Timothy Artiev. He's dropped 2 out of his last 3 himself. One of those defeats coming at the hands of Kolesnik, who Volkov defeated twice within his last 6 matches. Not a bad spot here, catching plus money in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward Volkov catching plus money in this spot here. Give me Alexander Volkov plus 145, getting the job done for some plus money cash. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Thursday's table tennis action. Happy Thursday to you. The weekend is almost here. Now, before we go ahead and move on, just got to quickly remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/brockpage, where we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. Now, you're probably thinking, hey, I'm just going to wait it out to, until American sports come back. Guys, that's not going to be for a long time. You're going to be waiting it out for a while. This is the new normal. So if you want to get your action in, you're going to have to do it on foreign sports. Bovada.com provides a lot of these games. Also, if you're in the state of Pennsylvania or New Jersey, FoxBet also offers a lot of table tennis action. And, just shop around. There's ways that you can get your action in. I know that it seems few and far between, but there's a lot of global sports action going on that you can bet on. So once again, check me out on patreon.com/rockpage. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. I do daily premium sports picks on that website, like I said, beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We'll bill you the day you sign up, and then the first of every month following that. A lot of great information on that site there, guys. Link for that site is in the description section below. If you want to check out my current record, you can do that for free right now. It is right on the homepage. But once again, guys, this is the new normal. If you want to bet sports or you want to get any type of gambling action in, there's plenty of games out there. This is the new normal. U.S. American sports are not coming back for a long time. Link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/brockpage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some more table tennis action. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Alexei Uremic taking on Ilya Novikov, 8:30 a.m. Eastern start. Novikov's minus 165. Uremic's plus 120. Uremic defeated Kutusov and Remensky within his last 5 matchups. Meanwhile, on the other side, the 65-cent favorite, Ilya Novikov, finds himself in the middle of a 2-game skid, as well as dropping 6 out of his last 8. This is a really expensive price point for a struggling Novikov. Not much value in that number, in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward another underdog. Give me Alexei Uremic plus $1.20, getting the job done for some plus money cash. Next contest, Dimitri Kolesnik taking on Alexander Petrov, 8:30 a.m. Eastern start time. Kolesnik is the massive $3.45 favorite. Petrov's plus 235. Petrov's lost 7 out of his last 8. Kolesnikov's 4-3 in his last 7 himself, with solid victories against the likes of Timothy Artiev, and you guessed it, Alexander Petrov during that stretch of games. This is a terrible price point, don't get me wrong. Most folks will be using this in a chalky moneyline parlay. I'm going to go ahead and lean Dmitry Kolesnik, winning this one outright for some pricey moneyline cash. Next match, Kolesnik right back on the table, running it back. This time he takes on Alexander Volkov. 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern start time. Kolesnik comes at a little bit better price point here in this match as the $1.65 favorite. Volkov's plus $1.20. Now, Volkov, once again, has won his last 2 straight in 4 out of his last 6. He beat Kolesnik 3-2, as well as 3-1 in their last 2 head-to-head meetings. Ironically, Those two head-to-head meetings occurred yesterday. Looks like this is a very good price point for Volkov. Exceptional value for a competitor who, in my opinion, should be the favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and lean Alexander Volkov plus $1.20, getting the job done for some plus money cash. All right, next match, it is going to be Oleg Kutuzov versus Alexei Uremilov, 9 a.m. Eastern start. Uremilov's minus 250. Kutuzov is at plus 175. 2 out of Kutuzov's last 3 victories came by way of shutout. Ironically, one of those shutouts came at the expense of Alexei Uremilov, as Oleg took care of business yesterday in their head-to-head matchup, 3-0. This is a very generous price point for Kutuzov, in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward, once again, another plus money dog. Give me Oleg Kutuzov plus $1.75, getting it done. All right, next match, it is going to be Ilya Novikov versus Vladimir Nemus, 9:30 a.m. Eastern start time. Nemuskalo's minus 250, Novikov's plus 145. Novikov, once again, has dropped 2 out. He's actually dropped his last 2 straight in 6 out of his last 8. He's also dropped 2 out of his last 3 head-to-head matchups with Vlad Nemuskalo. And speaking of Vladimir, he's won 6 out of his last 7 matches, with shutout victories coming against the likes of Uremilov and Kutuzov. So I'm going to go ahead and make a chalky lean here. This is your second or third leg of a moneyline parlay here. Give me Vladimir Nemuskalo minus 250, getting the job done for some pricey moneyline cash. All right, next contest. Timothy RT versus Dimitri Kolesnikov, 10 a.m. Eastern start. RT's minus $1.90. Kolesnikov is plus 135. Kolesnikov has been victorious over Artiv in their last 2 meetings. He won 3-1 in convincing fashion in both of those victories. Artiv on the other side, once again, loser in 2 out of his last 3. This is a really expensive price point to lean toward Artiv. No real value in that number there. I'm going to lean Kolesnikov catching the plus money. Give me Dmitry Kolesnikov winning that one outright as the live dog. All right, next contest I have for you, it is going to be Andrei Sadkov taking on Vladislav Let's try that again. Vladislav Smaglikov, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern start. Smaglikov lost his last 5 straight, shut out in 4 out of those 5. Sadkov on the other side is 4-1 in his last 5 himself. Victories in 6 out of his last 8 as well. This one's a no-brainer for me. Can't back Smaglikov in this spot here. I'm leaning Andrei Sadkov winning that one outright. Next matchup, Yevgeny Ilyukin versus Igor Mikhailov, 4 o'clock Eastern start. Ilyukin's won 2 out of his last 3. Victories against Smirnov and Magkov during that stretch. I think this is a pretty good spot for Ilyukin backers here. Give me Yevgeny Ilyukin in a close one. Next matchup, Igor Smirnov taking on Stanislav Bykov, 4:30 Eastern start. Bykov lost 2 out of his last 3 and has posted a record of just 2-6 in his last 8. Smirnov on the other side is 3-2 straight up in his last 5. He's also been victorious in 5 out of his last 8, including victories against the likes of Bykov twice during that stretch. I'm going to go ahead and lean Smirnov in this spot here. Give me Igor Smirnov winning that one straight up. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Yuri Mercutian taking on Vitali Vasilevsky, 6 p.m. Eastern start time. Mercutian is playing at a very high level right now. Winner in his last 3 straight, 6-1 straight up in his last 7 as well. I like Mercutian in this spot here. Give me Yuri Mercutian winning that one outright for some moneyline cash. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We also have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. You might be wondering, hey, why would I buy picks from you when you're giving them to me for free here on YouTube? And that's certainly a great thought, a great suggestion. But the problem with that is you're exactly right. I give you all the games here on YouTube for free. But if you were going to bet every single game on the board that I give you, side and sometimes total in other sports, well, it's certainly not a winning formula for success. The math becomes aggressively against you. So what I do on Patreon is I make life a lot easier for you. I give you 3 to 4 premium picks per day. They're high percentage picks, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much, my current Patreon record is a whole lot better than it is here on YouTube, handicapping every single game on the board. Now, guys, we are over 600 Patreon members strong. Now, we did take a big hit. We lost a lot of members. But, guys, you got to keep in mind there are no U.S. American sports going on right now. So the fact that we have over 600 members on that site, there's got to be some valuable information there somewhere that we would have over 600 members still active on Patreon. It's a great site, and I thank you guys, each and every day. I'm very, very thankful that we have just loyal patrons. So anyway, thank you guys. If you've stuck with me and you're currently signed up to my Patreon page, thank you so much. You guys make it all worth it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for tuning in right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.